Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're going to review something else. It's Bluetooth earphones from awei. I think that's how you spell it. Let's continue. As usual, let's start with the design and build quality. For these earphones, I want to talk about their presentation because they come in two boxes. One is gift box and one is a normal box. One normal box costs you a few bucks less, but the gift box looks amazing. I mean, comparatively, it's a really good presentation. Let's look at the box right now. It's really good. I mean, just a magnetic holder to place it, hold it in place, and when you open it, they're presented with these great quality earphones, just wrapping around, and extra ear tips, case really well inside. And what else do you expect for the little much you pay for these? And if you want to gift them, this is your best option for sure. They just don't present you well with the package, but also they come in something, or they come with a little different stuff here, which is a dual drivers in each ear, two dynamic drivers in each ear, and they're pretty small, not like those heavy high-end 10mm drivers, but each one is a 6mm driver, and they say that they were tuned differently for each driver. Like the one handles the lower frequencies while the other handles mid and the higher frequencies, and I can really feel that. I mean, I'm surprised. I did not really expect that. I mean, when they were publishing it as a 4D surround sound, I really thought, okay, this could be another gimmick, but that's not. It's real. I mean, it's not something exotic, or it's not something that it is quite different in experience, but you will feel it. I mean, it is there. I mean, the kind of difference between the lows and highs, the separation between the bass and mids and vocals is very clear. It's a little bit more wide sounding, though it's actually not, but it gives you that feel that you're actually wearing the over-ear headphones. I mean, I need to talk about volume right here, because the volume is a little low. I mean, when I said they sound like an over-ear headphones, you might be expecting that they sound that louder. No, they don't sound louder, but the sound signature is something similar to them, and I highly recommend these for the people who wants a great quality sound and don't want to wear this during the sleep. And this is something I would like to force you to know. I mean, you should know this. Once you get these and you want to wear them during the night, you cannot. You see how bulky they are? I mean, they pop out if you're here like a lot more than you think. Only the tip goes inside, and when I'm holding the tip, you can understand how much of it is left outside, and that much will be outside. I mean, I hope you understand. The ear tips that come with these are amazing. I mean, they're not the best in class, but still you can live with them without changing them, because they isolate the sound pretty well, at least for my ears. If you don't find them fit well to you, then you might want to change them, but usually I think they do fit, and they come in 3 different sizes, so you can pick the one that fits well for you. The controller works little different than how they show on the manual. This volume up and down is obviously to change the volume in single tap, and your short tap will skip to the next track or to the previous track, and a long tap will actually call your Google Assistant or Siri, whatever you're using. But there's a little thing that I really don't like about these, is that the mic does not work that great. I mean, that doesn't catch either my voice for Google Assistant or Siri, so I'm assuming they don't really sound that great during the calls. But when I just moved them a little bit and tried calling to my friends, they said they could actually hear it pretty clear. I mean, maybe they do work, but you need to bring this mic a little bit further with your hand before you talk. And the cable quality is also good. It's not top notch or anything. It's not a braided cable. It's nothing. There is no enamel coating or anything like that. It's just a normal rubber wire, but it is still of good quality. I cannot complain that either. And the controller is solid. I have seen some great brands like Skull Candy make the Bluetooth IEMs, and I used them, but I'm not really satisfied with the quality of those, especially they cost the same as this one. In that comparison, this is amazing. Looks sleek, and it seems to me like it is sweat proof, though it's I can guarantee it's waterproof, but it is sweat proof for sure. I mean, the USB connector is covered with rubber, and if the port is covered, I think we're good to go. I mean, they say it's built for sports, so I am assuming these are waterproof. These also come with this little wire adjuster. It's good to get it because if your neck is a little small and you want to adjust that, then you can do that, and so that they don't fall off your ears, or just when you swing them around they don't wiggle a lot and such that. Well, let's go a little bit detailed into the sound signature because these are not that cheap. I mean, there were a lot cheaper alternatives, so whether you should get these or not depends upon whether you like the sound signature or not, and there is no way you can test these out unless the store near you got these for you and you can open and test them. Most probably you will be buying these online, so I don't want you to struggle like returns and stuff like that. Just I want to give a clear-cut idea on how these sound according to me, and I hope that will give you an idea of how they sound. Okay, so one thing I need to tell you regarding the sound signature is the sub bass right there is amazing. It's really good, but it lacks bass. I know it sounds really a little bit different. I mean, it sounds great in the sub bass area, but the bass isn't really that good. Yeah, I mean, when sub bass is something, for those who don't know, it's something that you feel in your ear, like something like that punch that comes into your ear. That is sub bass. Bass is something that you can hear. Sub bass, you can hear it, but more you can feel it more than you can hear it. That's the difference. So you can feel the bass, but you cannot hear it properly. I mean, don't get me wrong, but that's my personal preference, that I would really appreciate these if they come in with a lot more bass, because the dual drivers and one tune especially for bass, that's not what I'm expecting right here. But they sound really good if you just leave that aspect aside. The mids were great, the vocals were really good and well separated, I must say, and the lows, as I told you, the sub bass is good and the bass isn't that great. So that's final sound signature I think I got from these, and I've been testing these for a few weeks right now, and that's what I feel. And one thing that you need to know about these if you are looking for comfort is they are very comfortable. As I told you before, except while sleeping, these are really comfortable during workouts and stuff like that. They don't really fall out unless you will move your head a lot, but then you can just change the tips and get those long tips, and they sound amazing. One thing I forgot to mention is that they come with magnets on back, so that you can attach them together and store them. They don't tangle much this way, and you can keep them safe. And that's why I said that even though the wire looks cheap and delicate, I'm sure it'll come long. I mean, it's not the delicate wire I have ever seen, but it's neither the best in the category. That's what I mean. Also, since these are Bluetooth IEMs, we need to talk about the battery, because that's what you were looking for, and they claim that these can last up to 8 hours, and I'm really surprised with these. I mean, I was just using these with the highest volume possible because that's how I listen to the music, especially during the workout. I need my ears blown away, and I really got about 6 hours of backup, which is pretty good because, as I told you, I was using these with highest volume possible on my smartphone, and that's not something I expected when they said 8 hours of audio playback. I mean 7 to 8 hours, but I'm sure they crossed the line with medium volume. One more thing I need to talk about is the weight. I mean, they look bulky, really bulky, and I'm sure they're not comfortable for wearing during sleep, but they are still very lightweight. I mean, when you're doing workouts and stuff like that, you never feel you're wearing them. I mean, they're really light. I mean, at least as you see, they might look really heavy, but they are not. I want to tell you guys that one, because that's something you might feel as soon as you look at these on the site or on the channel. I mean even I thought the same when I saw them on the AliExpress. So I would like to let you know that. So the final word is, I personally like them. They look great, they look professional and sound great, except for the bass that I really like to be a little bit more, but that's all personal preference. If you can live with that, these are amazing. I can highly recommend these for anyone looking for the great pair of Bluetooth earphones and not for sleeping.